Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a website and database stream. Basically just me going over the website, going over what I'm working on with the database, just to give you guys a little bit of transparency as I work through everything. And of course, you guys can learn what it takes to put together a website and or a database if you so choose. And this is a little hangout session between you and me. So we can talk about the Memorial Tournament that's happening right now. Adam Hadwin right now is your round one leader. Or we could talk about other things. It doesn't really matter to me. If anything, I'll just work throughout my database while streaming. It would get boring if no one's here to talk to. I'll do my best to fill in the void if there are no people to talk to. I also want to remind you all that, well, I shouldn't even say remind you, because I briefly mentioned this during the strategy video for the Memorial Tournament. So I will repeat it here. The giveaway you see on the screen, I'm going to be giving away $100 during the US Open. So we didn't hit the monthly goal, but I just updated during the stream. You can check all the way over there. We're at 747 out of 750 subscribers. If we get to 750, the Tuesday live stream for the PGA strategy video, I will give away $100 that you see on the screen. And I'll continue the rules that I've always done. For every 10 subscribers over the goal that you see way over there to the left, I will add an additional $10 to the pot. So when we get to 760 subscribers, so that's 10 more than my goal, I'll add $10 to the pot. So if you're new to the channel, if you're just checking this out, like wondering what it could be, I know one thing I can see right now says the Memorial Tournament. We'll change the little graphic down there on the bottom left, but outside of that, yeah, we'll add $10 to the pot if we can get over 10 subscribers of the goal. So again, if you're new, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you want entries into the giveaway, do what AJ Love is doing. Just talk during the stream or comment on the replay. So if you're watching, if you're catching this on the replay and it's not live anymore, just leave a comment, and really it could be anything. It doesn't have to be anything special. You can just go ahead and say hello or whatever you want. It doesn't quite matter. So I'm just doing a couple finishing touches. There we go. That works. AJ, you said you seem like you pick all the plus golfers. It's Thursday. I had a buddy reach out to me. He called me today and he was like, "Oh, I'm screwed. I picked all the wrong golfers once again." It's like, it's just Thursday, man. It's just Thursday. You shouldn't get too high. You shouldn't get too low. If you are in the future, talk to the past. If you're in the future, talk to the past. I don't know what you mean by that, AJ. You got me confused on that one. Anyways, let's see, what other things do I need to add to this stream? I did not come prepared. I actually set this stream up for July 6th. For whatever reason, I have no idea how that happened, but I set it up for July 6th instead of June 6th. So I was practicing out on the golf course, practicing for a golf tournament that I have tomorrow, and didn't really pay attention to the time until it was too late. And I was like, oh shoot, I need to get back for the 8 o'clock stream. And then when we went down to modify it, it was for July 6th. So you guys didn't even see I had it scheduled. Just weird. But anyways, what's going on, Lombardi Lee? I see you there. AJ and Lombardi, nice to see you guys. All right. I think that's all that I need to remind you. I should say also, if you didn't already know, Prize Picks, I am partnered with them. So use the promo code SweetSpot when you sign up and put $20 in your account. I will give you $20 back. You can also just put up to $100 because Prize Picks will match your deposit up to $100. But you're still going to get $20 from me as long as your deposit's $20. So it's an easy way to play for free if you so choose. Prize Picks is a good way to make some money. There are strategies that I can discuss if anyone's interested, but you literally could make $5, $10, $15 a week constantly, because there are ways to hedge yourself where you're always making money, or at least you should be making money, because there are some easy picks, there's some easy tacos, there's some easy promos that they put up there that are always hitting, so you should be able to make at least $5 a week. Anyways, that's available to you. And oh, by the way, since we're talking about the website, or this is what the whole stream is about, SweetSpotDFS.com, create yourself an account. All you got to do, I'll just create a incognito window here and go to SweetSpotDFS.com. Go up to the login page, click on that, and go to Join Now and choose Free. Go ahead and just choose the free option unless you do want to pay. There are some things that I only provide people who pay. I will go over those here shortly, but just go ahead, hit the select button under this free level, and then just log in or create your login credentials, because giveaways in the future will be revolve around the website, and you need to have an account for me to give you free access. I shouldn't even say free access, to give you access to what people pay for. So I'll give away weekly memberships, I'll give away monthly memberships. You still need an account to do that. And if you want to pay, if you were to win a giveaway, I'll just give, you know, an additional week for free. You know, I think I can extend your membership so it doesn't renew right away. It'll renew 1 week after when it's supposed to. But here are what you get if you are a member. Well, first of all, if you try to collect, or if you try to go into the member page without being a member, it'll tell you all of this right here. But if you are a member, you'll get access to the 10, 9, and 8K combo buckets, as well as the 6K combo buckets. And if you want to know what this all is, like what are the combo buckets, I do have an article now written that explains all about it. So you can go under articles, I wrote it today, and read what the combo buckets are. I think it's a pretty good explanation. If you do have any questions, email me at sweetspotdfs@gmail.com. Otherwise, yeah, it's there's an article here for you guys to read up on, just so you guys have an idea what it is. I know some of you guys just like to listen and follow without question, but if you do have any questions, I think this article should be able to explain what they are. But again, this is all on the website. This is free. I think you probably need to be a member in order, or like a free member in order to see the articles. I'm not sure yet, or I don't remember, but either way, this is available for you here. So with that being said, I don't really need to talk more about what you can get from the website. Just sign up. There should be a link in the description down below, or the website. Just go click on it and then sign up. I am going to do a roll call right now, as I did during the Memorial Tournament. So for those that are in the chat, just hit SweetSpotDFS.com. Just type in SweetSpotDFS.com and you will get an entry into the giveaway next week. I want to figure out a way to make $100 a day on what? Prize Picks or DraftKings, or just in general. All right, I'll wait for other people to join, but let's go ahead and dive into the database. As you can see, I have everything up to Myrtle Beach. I even got into the round by round detail. So this goes all the way to the Charles Schwab Challenge, and it includes all the strokes gained data as well as the rounds right here, the round number. So we're very close to being completely updated. I won't be able to update this on the stream. There's so many things that I need to actually do, and I think I'd probably bore all of you. Let's see, what do I have the bucket system all the way into? To? Wait a minute. I need to actually update something here. So this will be the first thing we're gonna update. Let's see, 4 to net down. Oh, is that because I need the bucket or the stroke chain stats updated? I might need that. Well, I'm already down to, are these all there? I must have these copied and pasted over from a different. Okay, let's see. What does this go to? Oh, I don't have all that's annoying. I don't have any Oh, I know how to do this. I know how to do this. I was gonna say I don't have any of this populated, but I know how to do this. AJ Love says DraftKings. Yeah, it'd be sweet to make $100 a week on DraftKings. I think if I average out every single week, I might be up $100 a week. I had that one big hit, and that basically has been paving the way for me to play moving forward, but yeah, it's yeah, what I was saying is I made that big amount of money, and that paved the way for the whole year so far. I've had some other good big hits, but making money every single week has not happened. I lose money here and there, just like we all do. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Click on this, and then what we do is we go to stroke chain. Is this the same? Okay, good. Oh no. Wait, yeah, no, we're good. Click from here, and I want to get all the way to here. Actually, I don't know if I need to do that, to be quite honest with you. I think if I go, if I find the same line 64158. So I need 64158, line 64,158. And that should be right here. 64,158. Sahith, there we go. Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. Basically, what I'm going to do, right here we go, if this equals 1, then 1. Otherwise, if font is so small, I apologize for those that are trying to follow along with. Basically, I am just gonna copy this entire formula. But we're gonna change column. So this goes from H to I. H to J. H to K. H to L. And H to N. Not N, but M. Otherwise, let's put an error symbol. And then we'll close, 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 close. Okay. That should work. It should work. Oh, it doesn't work. What? How does that not work? What the hell? AJ goes, I haven't won much since I hit the big 50K 2 years ago. I play every day. I faded Oberg this week. When I saw Strokes King and the leaderboard, I wanted to cry. Probably the worst decision I made this week. Shaking my head. Yeah. I mean, I will build a ton of lineups. Primarily because I want as much access to everyone and I want to build lineups with the optimizer that makes sense with everyone that I can. There are golfers that so here was my strategy this week. What I ended up doing. I am in 440 contests. 440. However, I only needed to put 185, 186 lineups. So I built 186 lineups. I had like 50% Scheffler, I think. Here, I have my numbers right here. Yeah, I had exactly 50% Scheffler. I had 26% Rory, 10% Xander, and 20% Hovland of all the 10K and up. And what I ended up doing was Scheffler was in all of my high costing contests because I just thought Scheffler was going to win. But in case Scheffler didn't win, I put Rory in my qualifiers, as well as I believe winner take all, like the 25-cent winner take all contests. And then I put Xander in all of my dime time contests, like Xander alone. And I put Victor Hovland in all of my quarter arcades. So I had like what, 20, little more than 20 lineups with Hovland in there, but I think I had about 18 lineups with Xander. So all 18 of those lineups went right into the dime time. Because I wasn't that sold on Xander, so that's how I got my exposures to those golfers. And then Rory, you know, I have him all over the place. He's in a ton of different contests, but Scotty is in all of my expensive contests. And that's kind of how I play DraftKings. Like, I want to hedge. I want as much exposure to all the golfers I can, but I also build meaningful lineups every single time I play. One and up to almost play 29. What does that mean? Oh, 29 lineups this week. I got you. That's good, man. That's very good. All right. Why didn't this work? Oh, I know why. I'm not stupid, but I just figured it out. Okay. So if the first one is a 1, we put 1. If the second one is a 1, we put 2. If the third one's a 1, we put 3. If the fourth one is a 1, we put 4, but I did that wrong. I gotta start here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need a comma. That should fix it. All right. Now here's the thing. When it comes to data updating and whatever, we need to validate. So let's go to the strokes gain stats, and I'm going to zoom in. And how I do strokes gain buckets is I'm only looking at, so first of all, this is the strokes gain table. This is what Sahith did for the tournament. He gained 8.925 putting, 4.96 around the green, 3.32 approach, and 0.022 off the tee. Tee to green was 8.301. Total was 17.226. We have his driving distance recorded, his driving accuracy, his greens and regulation, scrambling, proximity from the right or from the rough, proximity from the fairway, all of those good stats. But these stats here are a calculation of what his lead-in stats were. So we look at off the tee, approach, around the green, and putting. This is how we determine Sahith Theegala's stats. So I look at off the tee and I look at putting. Those are the two main ones I look at. If they're both positive, I'll look at the middle stats, and if one of the middle stats is negative, then they'd be a strokes gain 2. If all of them are positive, they'd be a strokes gain 1. If they have a positive off the tee stat right here and a negative putting, they would be a strokes gained 3 golfer. But because Sahith has a minus off the tee stat and a positive putting, I don't really care what's in the middle. Sahith becomes a strokes gained 4 golfer. So I go back to the bucket system. I can zoom in a little bit more. I have Sahith right here. He's a strokes gained 4 golfer. Perfect. Let's go ahead and bring this down to SH Kim so we can validate SH Kim's number. So I'll go to strokes gained stats, and he'll be the next golfer, and we can obviously go validate that. Is this SH Kim? Sure it is. You can see that right here, right under Sahith. SH Kim. So if he's a strokes gained 2, what I should see is a positive off the tee, positive putting, and 1 stat negative. And there it is. It's approach. Around the green is positive. So he is a strokes gained 2. Perfect. Let's do... you know what? I don't think we need to do any more per se, but let's double click and find some random ones. So, Troy Merritt and Max Homa. Troy Merritt is a strokes gained 5 golfer. Oops, sorry. So Troy Merritt's a strokes gained 5 and Max Homa's a strokes gained 1. So let's just double check that. Scroll over and find ourselves. There he is. There's Troy Merritt right there and Max Homa. And go to the lead-in stats, and we want to look at these 4 stats. So Troy Merritt's a strokes gained 5. So negative off the tee and negative putting. That just makes you a strokes gained 5 no matter what. Strokes gained 6 would mean they have no stroke gain stats. So there you go. And Max Homa, who is the next golfer, since he is positive off the tee, positive putting, we look to see if both stats in the middle are positive. They sure are. That makes him a strokes gained 1. So perfect. I don't need to do any more from this tournament, but I will spot check. So, I do want to see 6s. So here's a 6. There we go. That's good. I know there are going to be 6s. I just got to make sure there are 6s. I think I deleted some of that. Let me see here. Line 64 to 44. 64 to 44. Right here. There we go. Look at that. All empty stats. And we look over here. He is a strokes gained 6. Perfect. The whole thing works. The whole system works. Perfect. Okay, so we'll just continue. Scroll down and see if we find any NAs, which would mean that's a failure, like there's some kind of issue. Shriner's Tom Kim was a strokes gained 1 golfer. I'll double check that. Again, I'm just spot checking, but strokes gained 1, Tom Kim. What is that number? 64 458. 64 458. Let's see if this is Tom Kim. It sure is. And the golfer right above him is actually a strokes gained 6 golfer. Cool. So again, I'm looking at these stats here. They all need to be positive, which they are. Perfect. Go back, and the golfer right above Tom Kim is a 6, and he's a 1. Cool. Keep scrolling down. Let's see if we can find another, I don't know, one that kind of stands out. How about Adam Svensson? Svensson and Oberg. Let's do that. 64 932. So I go down the line, 64 932. There we go. And I don't know what the other one was. 64 936. Okay, there we go. So Oberg was a strokes gained 2, right? Oberg strokes gained 2, and Svensson was strokes gained 1. Okay, let's take a look. We are looking at these stats. Oberg, 1 stat's negative, all the rest are positive. That means he's a strokes gained 2. And then Svensson, all strokes gained stats are positive, so that makes him a strokes gained 1 golfer. Okay, cool. I don't know if I have to do any more than that, but I did notice this. This is what kind of distracted me. We need to delete this. Anytime there are zeros like this, we need to delete, because these are tournaments that do not track strokes gained stats. And if I don't delete the zeros, they'll end up coming to haunt us. Because I do all these calculations, and if there's a number that's populated, the formula thinks we need to calculate the stat because it's a number. So I got to make sure every 0 that I see, we remove it. Quite frankly, I don't remember how I dealt with other tournaments that, like, okay, the Zurich should be zeros, right? Wow. How do we have strokes gained data for? Okay. I mean, I pulled this from Data Golf, by the way. All my stats come from Data Golf. I didn't think we'd have strokes gained stats for the Zurich. That's insane. Okay. Match play, there's 0 strokes gained stats. Perfect. Puerto Rico, there's 0. Then we have them as empty. Wonderful. 18T Pebble Beach. Okay, so that's a bit different. You wouldn't want to weigh strokes gained stats from like 18T Pebble Beach. Actually, you know what? It doesn't really matter, if I'm going to be honest with you. So the strokes gained total isn't going to add up if you add these all together. Yeah, the sum is minus 2.837 if you add those up right there. And the reason why that is has to do with the fact that one of the other golf courses doesn't track strokes gained data. And that's fine. If we're just looking at strokes gained data, I don't really care how many rounds of golf it is. This is just, these are the raw stats. The raw stats go into an average, and that average, oh boy. Let me double check. I gotta, oh dude, if I find out that my averages don't take into account the rounds of golf that are played, it'll be a sad day. A very sad day. I think I do. I mean, I would assume so. This Excel sheet that I'm opening up, very intensive. Okay, so we need to look. We look up data golf totals. Okay, so the totals. Ooh, there we go. So this, we are looking up data golf rounds, UU, oh, we're just summing them. This is just the raw data. It says a sum if data golf rounds U, then data golf rounds B, and data golf totals D. So I need U and B. B would be the name. That'd be the golfer's name and then U. Okay, so how do I find the averages? B to AJ. Okay, so do I have them over here then? No. Interesting. I'm just doing the sum, the full sums. I'm not doing averages. It is just full totals for the strokes gained data. I think that's a smart way to do it, right? Has to be. Okay. Yep. Okay. It's the raw totals. I'm not doing any averaging. That's something I need to remember in the future, because you would want to average strokes gained stats by the rounds of golf that were measured. And I don't think I have that incorporated. Rounds V, that's just the column where the actual around the green stats are located, and it's just a sum of all of them. Data golf rounds BB, that's just the name, and then it matches the name to the name in this spreadsheet. That way you're not grabbing all of the golfer stats, you're just grabbing the golfer stats. All of the golfer stats for that particular name, and I have this come on. So this name here, rest in peace, Grayson. This name matches this name right here. Murray, comma, Grayson, Charles Schwab. Murray, comma, Grayson, Charles Schwab. 2020, yeah. So basically what that one field I was looking at, see around the green one, you can see right here, we're looking at data golf rounds VV, data golf rounds BB. So we're in totals. Here comes data golf rounds. So we're looking VV, which you see is right here, and I need to X out of that. Go back to rounds, VV, and then Grayson just played one round, obviously, but you would look at column B, how many times B happened. So actually Paul Haley would be a good choice. So there's 2. And if we look at his around the green stat, it's right here and right here. So if I just click those 2, it is -1252 or -1.252. So then if I go back to totals and we look at Haley, which is that golfer right above, and we look at around the green, it is -1.252. Perfect, right? Okay. That's all the validation I really need to do. I got to make sure that I knew that that's what was happening. But I'll be able to count how many rounds a golfer has played and then average out those stats. So now that I think of it, and the strokes gained, the stat that's right here does not include, like if I scroll down to the bottom, I should have the calculation right down here. And we're just average ifing. That's all we're doing. God, that sucks. I don't know if it matters, honestly. Trying to think here, does it really matter? So let's say a golfer plays 4 rounds of golf. What would be the difference if they only had 2 rounds of golf that were recorded for strokes gained stats versus 4 rounds of golf? It could actually be skewed in the wrong way. If you think about the Farmers Insurance Open, the North Golf Course is much easier than the South, but they don't keep record of strokes gained data on the North Golf Course, just the South. So there's 3 rounds of golf. That would look worse. But even if it's just the totals. Let's see, if a golfer were to gain 3 strokes off the tee during the Farmers Insurance Open on, let's say, this last year. If you were, since it's only looking at the South course, if you gain 3 off the, say it's just 3 off the tee, If you use the raw stats, it's just 3 being added to the full total. And then you're averaging all of that. Whereas, I guess if you got a 4th round in there, and it's say, you know, if it's 3 for 3 rounds, if you're gaining 3 off the tee for 3 rounds, we gain 4 off the tee for 4 rounds. And if you were to divide that by 4, you'd only get 1 strokes gain off the tee. And then you would average that all out against the other ones. You'd get a smaller number. Does it really matter? Oh, does it matter? Does it matter? Does it matter? I don't know if it does. Let's take a different example. Let's use the Tournament of Champions, or what's now called the Century. If we're at the Century, the ball rolls out very far. You're at elevation, so the ball travels farther. Average drives are like 330. So your off the tee stat is going to be insane. You're going to have really good off the tee stats. So let's say you gain, each round you gain 4 strokes off the tee, meaning you gain 16 for the tournament. Chances are if you go to the Memorial, which is where we're at, you're probably only going to gain maybe a stroke and a half. Actually, let me look. We could probably bring up Data Golf on stream. I don't think it's going to matter. So who's the best off the tee? 1.79. You know what though? I will have strokes gained stats averaged round by round, and I'll also have strokes gained stats averaged tournament by tournament. So I guess it doesn't really matter, honestly. I'll have them both. Okay. Long-winded way of just saying I'll have both stats. And as long as it is let's say as long as it's consistent, it shouldn't matter. I don't think there's never gonna, okay. Gosh. If you had 3 strokes gained, let's say you only gained 1 stroke in 3 rounds off the tee. That means when you average them out 3 rounds, you'd only gain 0.33 strokes. Now, if you had a bad, I still don't think it matters. I think I'd much rather have the raw totals. And here's my reasoning why. Even if you average them out, so let's say you had what I just described. In 3 rounds of golf, a golfer gained in 3 rounds of golf, a golfer gained 1 strokes gained off the tee. And when you average it out, it gets 0.33. If you use that number and you add it to the next tournament, if that golfer in 4 rounds of golf only gained 1 stroke off the tee, then it would be 0.25. And so you would be double averaging. That wouldn't be the right way to go. Would it? Yeah, I suppose it would be, right? I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to, it's the only way that makes sense, is I'm going to have to create a whole new table. One's just raw strokes gain stats, and the other one would be average strokes gain stats, so like totals. Average strokes gain totals and raw strokes gain totals. I'm going to have to do that. which isn't a big deal. Really, it's not a big deal. It'd be duplicating what I'm currently doing, but then I would divide each stat into itself, or, you know, into the amount of rounds that were played. Just fine. Not a big deal. Hopefully I will remember that. Actually, here, I will. We'll put it down here. We'll call this raw strokes gain. Have all my tables as 2-word tables. I don't think it really matters if I have 3 words. Raw strokes gain. That's fine. We'll do that, and then I'm going to duplicate this. There you go. Raw strokes gain and average strokes gain. I think that's fine. Let me go back to data golf. I want to see some of these golfers who got negative. Rose, Putnam, McCarthy, Todd, Thompson, Fowler, Dietrich. Okay, so Dietrich isn't always a negative off the tee guy. Jake Knapp certainly isn't always a negative off the tee guy. I might have to write this down to pen and paper. Man, so many decisions. Literally, like, this is what my brain does when I sit down and I look at this database. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? When it comes down to building my buckets, if you were to average out the stats, I honestly don't think, I mean, and there could be here. We can double check something really quick. I actually average out my stats for my week-to-week process. So I'm going to take a golfer from both of these spreadsheets, and I'm just going to double check to see how different it is. I think it's the only way that I can. So I'm actually going to grab, I think Thomas Dietrich might be a perfect example. So let's just go Thomas Dietrich. Okay. And let me grab him over on this side. Dietrich. Okay. So I have average stats over on the right side, and I have raw stats on the left. So you don't see the average stats on the right. But I'm gonna go from the Byron Nelson to the beginning of the year. Oh geez. Let's go to the Wyndham. So off the tee, Wyndham. On the left, it's 8.979. This is just off the tee. And we went to the Wyndham, right? Yep. So confused. So on the left is 8.79. On the right, it says 9.75. Let's see, for the Wyndham, I had 1.24 on my sheet, 1.6 right there, and 2.27 at FedEx St. Jude. Oh, never mind. Wyndham. Okay, so yeah, so the Wyndham number is smaller. So the Wyndham Championship is 0.170 and I have 1.24. The FedEx St. Jude number is 1.671. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, follow along right here. This is where I'm at. So I'm looking at 1.671. When I scroll this over here, this is just Thomas Dietrich, and I'm looking FedEx St. Jude right here. So 2.27 versus 1.671. So I imagine the negative numbers are going to be larger, which at the Butterfield, oh no, the RSM Classic is minus 0.68, and the RSM Classic is minus 0.188. So that's a big difference, and that's why they're going to be okay. So they're really close. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I do raw versus average strokes gain stats. It doesn't matter, because the negatives are just going to be larger negatives with the raw stats. The positives will be larger positives. And quite frankly, you're going to get a better picture as to how good a golfer did when it comes to the raw strokes gain stats. And if I did average strokes gain data, I'd want that round by round level. Yeah, okay. We just talked ourselves into it. It wasn't much different, and it was just one golfer I looked at, but I'm pretty confident that it's not that big of a deal. And locate and fix circular reference errors. What? Oh, you know what I should do? I should just hit the back button a bunch of times, because doing that, I renamed my spreadsheets, and that might be detrimental to my formulas that I've created. And I think maybe that's why that popped up. So I'm just going to go back to where I duplicated the tab, which I can't do. Well, whatever. Hopefully, yeah, everything's fine. Still looking at the strokes gained bucket. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. Oof. Let me go to the chat. I haven't looked at the chat in a while. Eric Carnivore's here. What's going on, man? Are you still in the chat? I don't even see how many people are watching. I've just been in my own little world. Lombardi Lee, are you still in the chat? You asked, was the last time you pick an outright winner? Was that a question for me? And did you mean when was the last time I picked an outright winner? All right. So I think we've got crisis averted. I think we've got everything we need. I needed to update this bucket system page right here. AJ Love's here. Love to hear that. I think it's fine. I think we're good. Here's the one I should look at. Ricky Fowler, the Hero World Challenge. 65-104. 65, 104. There it was. Ricky Fowler. Okay, so he was a strokes gain 1. All of his stats were positive, and sure enough, there they are. All of them are positive. Okay. I don't know if I really need to. Here, I'll search at the bottom. We'll look at the bottom. Let's see, is there one that stands out that we should look at? I guess we look at Hayden Springer. That's fine. He's a 2. So 67, 781. 67, 781. Strokes gained 2, is that correct? That is correct. Here we go. Lombardi go. Oh, yeah. Yes, that was a question for Erica. Yes, I meant when. When was the last time you picked an outright winner? So I can't bet in Minnesota. I can play DraftKings and I can play Prize Picks, but I cannot bet. This week, and I've been thinking about this. I kind of wish I was in the betting game, because I think what I would have done, because if you think about it, how many tournaments has Scottie Scheffler played this year? And his odds have always been, what, 4 to 1? Would you have lost? I don't think you would lose money, right? Because he's won 3 events. I would have definitely picked him at the Masters, and I don't know what his odds were, 3.5 to 1. So I would always look at it this way. If I'm spending $100 on bets, I would want to at least get $100 back. Like, my worst bet should get me $100 back. And so I would probably put like $33 on Scotty. You'd want to put more, right? You don't want to just make your money back. That would just be a hedge. I don't know if if that's even that big of a deal if I were to hedge. Who won the Canadian Open again? That was just last week. Who won that? Oh, Robert McIntyre. I wouldn't have made a bet on Rory. But I would have played Rory in DFS. I didn't have enough. I wouldn't have thought to bet him. I wouldn't have wanted that. I don't know if I would have ever got to Robert McIntyre though. Who were my favorite guys last week? Oh, you know what? I don't really think I had any, did I? I don't remember. I forget who my main combo was. So, anyways, what I'm trying to get at is Scottie Scheffler would have been my bet this week. And maybe I just make one bet. Maybe I don't even know how we would do it. Maybe I do what Byron does. Bet to win $100. Just put money down to win 100. And then there has to be some threshold, right? You'd want to triple your money for all the... Maybe that's how you're supposed to do it. I don't know. I'd come up with a strategy though. Do you want to 4x your entry, 3x your entry, 2x your entry? Maybe it's just 2xing. You know, like putting like $1.20 on Robert McIntyre or $1.25 on Robert McIntyre, who was at 80 to 1 odds last week to win $100. Maybe it's stuff like that. Until you get to a bankroll where you can start to, I don't know. I don't know how I would do it, to be honest with you. Because this week I'd put money on Scheffler. He was like 3.5 to 1, 4 to 1 or something like that. I understand like bets like that aren't sexy. But maybe that's, I mean, that's probably what I would do, honestly. I don't have an issue doing something like that. Probably not on Scotty. You would not have lost money on him, not at all. Yeah. I just don't know the strategy that I would deploy when it comes to betting. Yeah, I would definitely want to do Scotty. This week, I would have put... you put like $33 on Scotty at 3.5 to 1 to try to win 100, something like that. Decky would have been another guy that I'd want to bet. Well, I don't know. You got 9 out of 10 on my NBA parlay. Didn't win anything. Oh, dude, that sucks. 9 out of 10. What was the one that lost it for you? I'm guessing the game's over, right? Did Boston just whoop up on the Mavericks? Pretty much. Yeah, 107 to 89. Back to the database. I forgot that I needed to update the buckets, which that's looking spot on. Don't have to do any more with that. Now all I have to do is the strokes gain buckets. I need to zoom out. I need to see this differently. I'm already way up at 2018. Salary buckets. We don't have salaries for these golfers. 2017 Shriners. Oh, I suppose not. They wouldn't have had salaries back then. I want to get to the Fortinet, which is right here. Because I need to click and draw. Oh, it already is. Weird. The strokes gain buckets. Course history strokes gain. Last year's strokes gain. Last week's strokes gain. And salary strokes gain. Should be, okay, there it is. Recent form strokes gain. Okay, I was gonna say there should be one more. And it's all populated. Strokes gain bucket is a... So the course history one would be a 2-4, which it is. Last year bucket would be a 1-4, which it is. Recent form strokes gained would be a 2-4, which it is. 6-4 for last week. That's true. And salaries, a 4-2, which that is. Okay, cool. I didn't think it was, the formulas were all, I guess it makes sense. Cool. Austin Eckroat, let's take a look. 4 1s I see. So he's a 1 for strokes gained bucket. Course history, he's a 4. Last year is a 4. Recent form is a 2, and last week is a 6, and salary is a 5. There we go. Solid. That's all updated now. Perfect. Now, I think that's all of the tables that I needed to put into Power BI to create reports around. I'm pretty sure I have it all. I just need to get up to standard. Or up to this week's. So obviously I have up to Myrtle Beach. We need to add all the tournaments afterwards. So I think that's what, the Charles Schwab and then the PGA. Yep. Okay. Still need to update the golf course table. Suppose the tournament information needs to be updated as well. That'll need to be updated. Yeah, golf course, golfer profile, the tee times I'll have to add. Fantasy stats I need to get to. Oh yeah, nice. I'll have to get this up to standard as well. Solid. Yep, we'll get that up to standard, or up to current, I should say. Strokes gained data. We just validated everything, and that's up to par. That goes all the way down to the Myrtle Beach. Recent form goes down to Myrtle Beach. Course history goes down to Myrtle Beach. All of that has been updated. And we have formulas right in here. Perfect. So that's ready to go. Bucket system is all up to date as well. Just, oh, not up to date, but to Myrtle Beach. Round by round stats are to Charles Schwab, so we're updated there. Round summary, we're to Myrtle Beach here as well. And then results goes to Myrtle Beach as well. Okay, well, I got some work to do. We're almost, I mean, it's close. How many events do I need to update? Myrtle Beach is where? Right here. So I just need 1, 2, 3. 3 events, update all that stuff, and make sure all those tables are up to date. I'll do that right after I'll get done with this. I'm gonna call the stream here. Talked about like the strokes gained buckets. Try to figure that out. Sorry if that was boring for all of you that were watching. If you have any questions, throw them in here, by the way. Oh, AJ goes, I got 9 out of 10. Read that. Gafford over 13 points plus rebounds got me. He only had 11 total. Oh man. You were close, dude. You were close. So basically what I will do, I do need to create an update file as well. So what I mean by that is when I get all the data, I just want to put it into an update file that spits out all of the tables that I need to add, I need to update. Good night. I'm just in disbelief. Dude, I would be too. That's so close. Couldn't imagine having all those legs in a parlay hitting and then just hoping for the last one to hit and it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, we'll call it here. I need to create an update file. I need to get this up to current, which I will do tonight. I will do that tonight. And then, like I said, I have all the pieces that I need to put it into reports. So I'll start messing around with that this weekend. So tomorrow I have a tournament that is 3 hours away. So tomorrow I will have no time to work on this. I have no idea what my plans for Saturday are as of yet. There's a possibility I spend the night down where I'm playing this tournament, which means I wouldn't get home later I wouldn't until later on Saturday. And then Sunday I have another golf tournament, which at the end of Sunday night I update all my weekly stuff. So I probably don't have time to work on this then. Plus it's US Open week next week, so see how much I can get done tonight. It would be nice to get a report up and running for you all, like a cheat sheet, like what I look at every single week. That'd be nice to get up there for you guys so you can access it for the US Open. Yeah. All right. Any questions? Good luck on your tournament. I have 3 days of shows to perform. Well, good luck to you too, sir. Any questions? Anything? I don't even know who's all in the chat still. Looks like I still have technically 2 people still in the chat. So just hit me with a good night and I'll get you another entry into the giveaway. Just good night. And then we will call her quits from there. Both of you guys said DraftKings. Did I say DraftKings? I think I said SweetSpotDFS.com. But, oh well, you guys got it. All right, you two. I'm going to call her a night. Good luck with the rest of the week. Hopefully your players pull through and do well at the Memorial Tournament. Oh, I'm not showing you. I just added you guys right here. Both of you guys there for roll call number 2. So you got 2 entries tonight just by showing up. So hopefully you guys win. But yeah, we're calling her quits right there. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe on your way out, and I'll talk to you next week for the US Open. All right, bye.